welcome back to the channel. Looks like I'm going to be fitting the brake lines today. We've got new brake fluid to fit as well. I've got some racing brake fluid and some new braided lines. So I'll just quickly show you the lines. So that's the new HEL or HEL, however you want to call them, brake lines. So they're going to go on the car. That's your rear ones there. So lovely, really good quality. Loving the fittings. Really good quality. The front ones again, they're all fantastic quality. Just quickly show you what. So I'm using this brake fluid here, 300 plus. Just got higher boiling point. Not that I do track days, but I am planning on maybe doing some sort of track day in it. So I'm hoping that obviously don't have a problem with the brakes. Just quickly show you. I've just quickly mocked one up there. Just quickly put it on the car. So we got it on there. It looks great. It's great fit. Fits really well. Absolutely fantastic. Whoops, whoa! I didn't fit that very well. I was going to say fantastic fitment. So I said I've just mocked it up on the car. So we'll get those fitted. Just do a quick video of the front ones. Just fit the front ones, and then I'll just do a quick video of the back ones. And then obviously we've got to bleed up the system. Okay, so I've just noticed something. What I did is I did the brake line up first. I did the brake line up first because I thought that'd be the best option, and I ran it through to the caliper. Now what I've realised is probably not the best thing to do, because I've realised that when it gets to the end I was twisted. So what I've had to do, just a tip, is to mock it up like I had it, but you need to fit it into the caliper first, so that then you can twist the brake line back into where it should be, because the fittings are loose. As you can see, that where's the camera? That fitting's loose, so you can turn that around to wherever it needs to go. So just a tip there. Now I found out the hard way, so I've got to do it back up. Right, finally a success. Finally fitted it now, so that's all fitted back on. That clip that was in there, I'll just show you this one, that one there. I did notice that there's a lock in here. There's a little plate, little bits just there. It's got a lock into that, but I did notice that the brakes fittings on the car are slightly different. So what you've got to do with that one, that little push-in clip, same as that one on there. That one went on all right actually, but what you've got to do is just flatten it slightly, because it just wouldn't go in. You just need a bit more room, because the fittings are much more substantial than standard Mitsubishi fittings. So then you just got to get it back onto the car. So that's all fitted on there, and move on to the back. One thing I thought I would mention actually is that the fittings are quite good, because you can see there I had a problem getting it off. Now sometimes this here, it won't turn. It's so corroded, it's just sat on there, and I had really problems. I had to basically spin the brake lines off instead of actually turning the top nut there to release it. Now notice what is good about these HEL brake lines is the fact that you've got a nut there instead of the normal fitting. So the good thing is you can hold the top and then just do it at the bottom fitting instead, which I was a bit worried about refitting them, because I was thinking, how am I going to fit these back on with corroded nuts? But it looks really good, so that should hopefully solve the problem I was worrying about. Okay, so we can get on bleeding the brakes now. Checked all the lines around again, they're all fine. And now this is something I've not really done before. I've done it with other people, but never really done it on my own. What I have done is I've cheated a little bit. Had my niece round the other night. So what we did, because I've got the motorsport oil, which I didn't want to waste. So what I've done is I'm kind of doing a brake fluid change now. So what I've done is I've bled the system initially with some normal standard DOT 4.1 brake fluid that we use in any vehicles really, just to get a lot of the air out of the system. Just to make things easier. So what I thought I'd do, what I've actually bought is it's a brake and clutch. It's a one-man brake and clutch bleeding kit. So I thought, well, to make things easier, what I can do is I can do it with this kit, and then I can just do it on my own, and I could take time doing it. It's quite good actually, because it comes with this. You've got a bottle and the pipe, and in the bottle is a one-way valve, so it means that you can pump it through yourself, and then it gives you time just to get out the car and you can lock it off so you don't get any extra oil in it. So plan is put this on the car, and then we can just release the bleed nipple, jump in the car. Now what I generally do is pump the brake pedal 3 times, and then but the good thing is with the one man bleed kit, apparently, whereas after usually what you have to do is push the pedal down, hold the pedal down and lock it off, this apparently, so it says on the box, that you can just jump out the car, lock it off, pull it off, and then that does the same thing. So we're going to do that. So I'm just going to loosen this off a minute. Well, just adjust the camera a little bit just so you can see what I'm doing. There you go. So what I'm doing is I'll just loosen this one off. So that's loose now. So what I'm going to do is just jump in the car, pump the pedal, and then see if it works. So push it 1, push it 2, push it 3, and hold it. Now we'll just lock that off now and see how we get on. So we've got some fluid coming through, which is good. Looks all right. Pedal feel doesn't feel too bad anyway because I've kind of done the brakes in the first place. So what I've got to do on this one, I won't do every one with you guys, but what you've got to do is you do the outside one on these Evos, and then you do the inside one on the Brembo, and then you've got to do the same on the back. Okay, so that's all, front's all bled now. There's no air in those, so they're really good. So what we'll have to do now is move on to the back. Okay, so same principle. Again, on the rear calipers, on the Brembos, exactly the same. You've got one on the inside, you've got one on the outside. So what we've got to do is you've got to bleed. I do the outsides first and then the insides. I don't think there's any difference between the two. I did a little bit looking online, but as long as you go around and do all the brakes and make sure they all feel good, and we'll get on with that one, and then we'll get on with this side and get that done. Okay, so the back's all done now. This kit's actually pretty good, actually. So what I've got to do now is obviously go around the other side. I'll do the other one on the passenger and then the passenger rear, and then we can check out and see. I can't see any leaks on the brake lines, which is good. I was a bit worried because obviously with the fittings and everything from before, but no, it's all fine, it's all brilliant. So I'll just do the other side and then we'll test the pedal. Okay, so we're in the car now and just testing the pedal. That is rock solid. That's going to give me a really good feel on the road. I can't wait to get this car back on the road. After that old brake fluid and putting the new Motorsport brake fluid in, there's no playing that pedal at all. So that should be fantastic. So brilliant. So that's the end of the brake video. Check the brake lines, they're not leaking either, so that's good. So it feels absolutely rock solid now. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and we'll see you on the next one.